Now, a Russian judge has ruled that Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny should be held in custody for 30 days, ignoring calls from Western nations to free him immediately. For more, our Europe correspondent Linton Besser joins us now from London. Linton, good morning. So not the welcome home Navalny was expecting?
Well, Michael, I actually think he was expecting this. He knew full well that he was flying in to face the full wrath of the Moscow constabulary. There had been an arrest warrant issued for him by prison authorities who are alleging that by going to Germany for treatment for this chemical weapon attack, he was in some way breaching his parole conditions for a very suspect conviction, mind you, back in 2014. And he was today dragged from his police cell up for a meeting, he thought, with his lawyers. Turned out to be a makeshift courtroom assembled in the back of the police station where proceedings commenced against him without his lawyers there. But, you know, in many respects, Michael, for a man like this, he really had no choice because Alexei Navalny has been committed for years to exposing the corruptions of modern Russia. He's the prominent opposition leader. He couldn't really do that from exile. And by the way, would he be any safer living a quiet life outside of Russia? You think back to 2006 when the defector Alexander Litvinenko was assassinated from drinking tea that had been spiked with polonium. And of course, a couple of years ago, the former double agent Sergei Skripal was also targeted with Novichok. It seems the arms of Moscow reach beyond Russia's borders.
They do, disturbingly. Now, Navalny, Linton, is encouraging his supporters to make themselves heard. What's happened on that front?
Yeah, that's right. Today he was ordered, as you say, into prison for 30 days pending this review. He might end up in prison for many years. And so on his way out, he made it very plain he wants to see protests. He called for nationwide protests beginning this Saturday. Here's some of what he said.
What is this toad most afraid of? What are these bunker thieves most afraid of? You know it perfectly. They're afraid of people taking to the streets because this is a thing, a political factor they can't ignore. It's the most important. It's the essence of politics. That's why don't be afraid. Take to the streets, not for me, but for yourselves and your future.
So there are already reports, Michael, of protesters, pro-Navalny supporters being arrested by police in Moscow and St. Petersburg. The Kremlin here risks turning Alexei Navalny into the Nelson Mandela of Russia.
Good point there. Linton Besser, thank you very much there for the update from London.